Hey, good morning. My name is Bo Rogers, and I drive a 2012 Toyota Camry Hybrid LXE. So it's like the upgraded model because I wanted leather seats and a sunroof. The sunroof sucks. It opens, but sometimes I'm scared that it won't close. And the sunroof has always been this way in this car. Like there's times you gotta sit there and push the button. But other than that, man, this has been a really good car. Like when I first bought it, I was kind of nervous because it is a hybrid model, but back then gas was getting up to like $4 a gallon. So the hybrid option was a good option in 2012. I bought the car because we were having our second child, Faith, Danielle, and I needed a 4-door car. Prior to that, I had a Honda Prelude. It was a 2001 Honda Prelude that I'd bought right after I graduated from college. Wow, I've only had 2 cars, well, 3, but one of them was a fun car. But anyway, so I got a 2012 Camry Hybrid. The reason I bought the hybrid is because of gas prices, and at the time, I was working for a big bank. Their colors are red, white, and blue, and their slogan was the Bank of Opportunity. It was really good. I enjoyed my job with that thing. But that employer offered you an incentive when you bought a hybrid of $3,000. And that was about the difference between the regular Camry and the hybrid Camry. So I took them up on that for sure and bought the hybrid version. And no regrets with doing that. But now we're in 2024. My Camry Hybrid has 168,000 miles on it. I've considered buying other cars. Like I considered back during COVID days, like 2020, I was like, you know, I'm sure like a Tesla. And when my dad's mother passed away, she had left some money to all of her children and all her grandchildren. And I was going to take that money and buy a Tesla. And then I started doing the math on the Tesla about the break even and the cost difference between the Camry and the Tesla, and found that the Camry hybrid model was a better buy for the money. And that way you're not 100% EV either, because you're HEV, which means you do have the gas powered option, which, you know, gives you a lot more per tank. Like I can go, I think it says like 550 miles per fill up, but really it's more like 500 miles in between fill ups. So it's not bad. But after owning the car for 13 years, the hybrid check system light came on. So obviously it scared the hell out of me. Because all these yellow lights light up in your car, and the car performs different because it turns off the hybrid motor. So usually how it works in a hybrid is you're in electric mode until you reach about 40 miles an hour. Then it kicks over to the gas mode. And so when the electric power went off in the car, it still runs. It just runs off the gas motor, but you can trick the system or reset the system by disconnecting the negative charge on the regular 12-volt battery, which I hadn't replaced in 13 years until a week ago, because it started going out too. And you know, I started thinking, you know, do I want a new car or do I want to keep this one running a little bit longer? Because, you know, Cole's 14, I'm about to need another car. You know, it'd be good just to keep a car and get the newer one for me, not for him. And I started looking into replacing the hybrid battery and how much will it cost to replace the battery. What's the break even if I bought it? So I did some research online. I looked at Green Bean, who my buddy Sean Buckley highly suggested, and they look good. They they have reconditioned batteries. It's still super expensive for the new battery cells, but the reconditioned battery, they give you a 3-year warranty, so that's good. And then I looked at a few others. They actually can replace the hybrid cells. So the way the hybrid battery works is they have hybrid cells that are behind the seat, and there's like 40 of them that they put together, and they can go through each individual cell and check to see which one's bad. It gets to be quite expensive because they want to charge you a ton of money per cell, and with the car being 13 years old with 168,000 miles on it, like, I'm sure there's a few bad cells. I did find Green Tech Auto. They do have a local shop in Garland, Texas, so not far from me. And then I started reading what they offered, and they have a brand new battery that fits this car, hybrid battery, and it's $2,400, but it was on sale last week for $2,000 for a brand new one, and it offers a 3-year warranty on it. So I ended up going with them, and they do offer a mobile service because you don't want to try to install a 220 volt battery yourself, being an amateur like I am, and a lot of mechanics won't work on them. So they do have a mobile installation. If you don't want to drive to Garland, they charge you like an extra $100. Like, that's not bad. And then of course they'll take the old battery with them as a poor charge. But since it was on sale for $500 off, you know, it makes the battery $2,000, and after taxes and everything, you're talking $2,400 for a new hybrid battery. And if this one lasted 13 years, I'm pretty sure theirs is going to last the rest of the life of this car. But I've never had any problems with this car. It's always driven really well. It's been super reliable. Like, it's unbelievable that you can get 168,000 miles on a car and it's super reliable. The only other thing I've done is change the spark plugs at 120,000 miles. And Nicole and I did that. It's super easy to do. But I want to be able to show y'all the hybrid battery installation, so I'll probably videotape that tomorrow so you can see for yourself. But for an EV car, highly recommend the Toyota Hybrids. Really good cars.